Hello, very good morning. Children, today I will take the new topic, the nutrition in animals. And in this topic, I will teach you human digestive system. For a student of class 7, it is very important to understand what is the role of different organs of human digestive system and what is the function of different organ like liver, stomach, pancreas, different glands role, different enzymes role, and different parts, shape and size. In the human digestive system, as you know, our digestive system, our alimentary canal is very long. You will surprised to know that the length of human digestive system is 7.5 meter, approximately 22 feet, and you will notice that there are different role of different parts. Even there is one gland, one mixed gland, pancreas is liver-like structure, leaf-like structure. Liver is the five-lobed gland, liver, pancreas, gallbladder, and stomach is the widest part of human digestive system, human alimentary canal, and this stomach is playing a role for the digestion of protein, digestion of different the food component, digestion of protein taking place, especially in the stomach. Hydrochloric acid is there, which is playing helping role in the digestion process. Children, when you eat, there are 5 components of food, and in the 5 components of food you will notice that the protein, fat, carbohydrate, vitamin and minerals. So when we eat protein, that would be digested by different enzymes. When we eat carbohydrate, we eat pulse, we eat chapati. So chapati means which component is present? In chapati, carbohydrate is present. So carbohydrate means starch, and this starch will be digested by the different enzymes. You know what is enzyme? Enzyme is a catalyst which is speeding the rate of digestion. These are helping tools for the digestion. Children, when we start any physiology, the working of any organ, I mean physiology. So in that physiology, in that working, you have to understand the role of enzymes. These enzymes will break the food into simpler one. As you notice, as you know that the digestion means the breaking bigger molecules into simpler one is called digestion. Breaks into simpler one. Then it would be digested in the next step. As you know that there are 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and excretion. So in these 5 steps, you have to notice that how does the digestion and absorption process take place in the human digestive system, in the human alimentary canal, right? So when we start our digestive system, when we start the diagram, you have to draw the diagram of this human digestive system. I will also explain the role of different types of teeth present in our mouth. In our mouth, there are milk teeth, temporary teeth, which is known as, and another one is permanent teeth. So total number of teeth would be 32, but in the milk teeth, the number of teeth are 20 only. There would not be 32. there will not be molar. Okay, so 6 molar would be absent, so total 12 molar would not be there, and there would be 20 teeth present in the milk teeth. That is between at the age of 1 year to 8 years. The milk teeth are temporary teeth, deciduous teeth, falling teeth are present. So it is very interesting, my dear student, the human digestive system. As I told you, the big one, the alimentary canal, the height is 7.5 meter, or in feet you can write 21 feet, right? So now let us start the diagrams, right? Yes. When we start, we always start from the mouth. These are the salivary gland in the mouth. One pair salivary gland is there, right? Can see after mouth, looking here, the esophagus. Look at this. After mouth, up to this stomach is known as esophagus. Then this balloon-like structure is known as stomach. Look at this. Below the stomach, you are looking the leaf-like structure, and this is known as pancreas. Got my point? Pancreas, pancreas. So when we are moving towards the intestine, you will see the white part, which is 1.7 meter length. It's not white, is called large intestine because it is wider. In case of length, it's not. Its length is only 1 meter. You know, the small intestine, which is coiled structure, you can see these are the coiled structure, and these are big in length, and they are this small intestine is of 6 meter length. Okay, so small intestine. So after the pancreas, the large intestine is there, and then you are looking here, look at this coiled structure, and this is small intestine. So this large intestine is last part of the alimentary canal which ends with the anus, right? So in this system, between the stomach and the small intestine, the pancreas is here, and this gallbladder, and the biggest gland is liver. So salivary gland in the mouth, three pair rather, the salivary glands are there. Then the food pipe, then it is the stomach, below the stomach, leaf-like structure, pancreas is there, right? And between stomach and this small intestine, these are called duodenum. Right? So you have to draw this structure, human digestive system. It's a one human digestive system. Now, before starting the explanation of this, I will start about the teeth. There are two category of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. So you will notice that milk teeth are 20 in number. There would be two difference, 20 in number, and they are 32 in number. The first one, 22 in number and 32 in number, right? And in the milk teeth, at the age of 1 year, between the age of 1 to 8 years, present between age of 1 to 8 years, and this is after 8 years. After 8 years of age they rises, right? So there would be only 22 in number. Okay, and milk teeth are temporary teeth. They are falling teeth. They are deciduous teeth, and the 32 teeth are permanent. So when we are going to know the functions of teeth, I will make a table, and through that table you can write. The types of teeth, I can erase, I will take this part. Teeth and the function. Number 1, incisor. Number 2, canine. Can you see here? Incisor, canine, premolar. Number 4, molar. Incisor for helping in the cutting. For cutting. Canine always helps. Canine helps for tearing. It has in the tone. So all carnivores, they are having canines, very sharp canine, which helps in the tearing the meat. And premolars and molars are grinding, helping in the grinding the food. So this table you have to make. The incisor helps in the cutting. There are 4 incisor, right? Canines are 2. Then premolars would be 4. And then molar. You will multiply this by 2. So all would be joining, and the total number of teeth would be 32. So there are 4 categories of teeth in the human mouth, and these are divided into incisor, canine, premolar and molar. In the buccal, in the mouth cavity, in the buccal cavity in the mouth, there are 32 teeth, or they are on the basis of their shape size. You can divide incisor, the front teeth, then canine, then premolar and then molar, right? So when we start our digestive system, we must see the teeth. So teeth is clear now? 100%? Yes. Then moving to a salivary gland, a pouch like, which secretes the saliva. You know, the digestion starts from the mouth, and in the mouth, the role of saliva is very important. Saliva helps in the digestion of starch. It helps in the digestion of starch. It digests the starch. It converts the starch into maltose. So when we look the role, it's very important to write the function of different enzymes. So when we go for the salivary gland, it secretes the saliva, and you know, saliva contains the amylase enzyme, salivary amylase, and salivary amylase digest the starch, digest the carbohydrate. It means in the mouth, digestion of starch is going to be begin, right? So it is about the mouth part. It is about the role of different teeth and the role of salivary gland. Moving to the next, look at this. You can erase this. I think you will be writing all these things. Now, as I started this, the role of different teeth and saliva, this, which is secreted from the salivary gland, is over. So the food pipe, you know, there is one term for the food pipe, rhythmic contraction and expansion of this food pipe. You know, look at this. This is known as contraction and expansion of food pipe, which pressing the food into the stomach, pressing the food down to the stomach. And this is known as peristaltic movement. What you call the rhythmic contraction, the contraction and expansion of the food pipe. Contraction and expansion of food pipe is called peristalsis. Yes? So when the food pipe contract and expand, it presses the food into the stomach. It presses the food into the stomach, and this is called peristaltic movement, or in one word you can call it peristalsis. Got my point? So the food pipe role is only, it is not involved in the digestion of any component, but it presses the food into the stomach, and that is known as peristaltic movement. Now reaching to the stomach. Stomach has mucosa membrane, and stomach secretes the gastric juice. What you will call gastric gland, gastric juice. And in the gastric juice, what you will be getting? HCl and pepsin especially. This hydrochloric acid is activating the enzymes. The role of hydrochloric acid, it kills the bacteria and also activates the enzyme to start their work. Like pepsinogen will be activated by the HCl, very first HCl will secrete, then pepsin will be start working, and pepsin helps in the digestion of protein, right? So in the stomach, the HCl and pepsins are there, and this HCl, harmful effect of HCl is protected by one fluid. Mucus protects the bad effect of, the stomach is protected by the mucus, which is protecting the bad effect of acid. Otherwise, the acid could damage our stomach wall. So the protecting layer, mucus, protecting force is the mucus. So these three things are there: mucus, secreted from the mucosa membrane, HCl, hydrochloric acid, and pepsin are making the gastric juices. Digestive juice is known as gastric juice, which is secreted in the stomach. This is the widest part of our body. Okay, and in this the food stays for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so in the stomach the hydrochloric acid is secreted, which is activating the pepsin enzyme, and the enzyme pepsin digests the protein. So in mouth the digestion of starch is started, and in the stomach digestion of protein is started, right? Opposite to this, at the right hand side you are looking gallbladder. Gallbladder is a pouch-like structure which is present in the liver, and since liver secreting the bile juice, and this bile juice is stored in the gallbladder. And what is the role of this bile juice? Bile juice digests the fat. When we eat puri, paratha, chappa, then this fat is digested by, broken down into simpler part. This fat is digested by the bile juice, and from where the bile juice is secreted? By the liver. So liver's widest role of liver is there, is it secretes the bile juice, collected, stored in the gallbladder, the round shape structure gallbladder, and this gallbladder stores the bile juice, and then bile juice is poured into the duodenum, and then it's reaching to the different parts, right? Into the small intestine and then large intestine. So liver and gallbladder is clear, right? Moving to the next, pancreas, a leaf-like structure, and this pancreas is dual nature gland. It secretes enzyme as well as hormones. Enzymes, definitely enzyme pancreatic amylase, like the saliva secretes the amylase. I can write here amylase. So salivary amylase here, and the pancreatic amylase from the pancreas. The function of both amylase, salivary and pancreatic, is same. That the pancreatic amylase helps in the digestion of starch. So pancreatic and salivary amylase works, similar work is there. Both these amylase, whether it is pancreatic or salivary. The function of amylase is digest the starch. Got my point? Some trypsin is there also which digests the protein. Little bit trypsin is also secreted in the pancreas. And there are hormones secreted. You will notice insulin, glucagon, insulin hormone is secreted. So this gland is secreting enzymes as well as hormones. Enzymes, pancreatic amylase, trypsin, and the insulin hormones is secreted which digest the glucose into glycogen, which breaks the glucose into glycogen. So in class 7 you will remember the role of enzyme. Which enzyme converts which products, which enzymes digest which component of the food. You have to write. As I am telling you, when you will see the video, you will notice, you will make the table that amylase digests the starch, salivary amylase digests the starch, pancreatic amylase digests the starch, pepsin digests the protein. You will make the table like what is the role of different enzymes, from which glands they are secreted. You have to remember the role of enzymes, from where they are secreted, and what will be the result, right? After the pancreas role and bile juice role, when we are reaching to the small intestine, the role of small intestine, there are also little bit enzymes are there, but the major role of enzyme and the small intestine is to absorb the food, and through which organs the food is absorbed in our body. That is a finger-like projections, in the small intestine, villi. What do we call it? A finger-like small. These are called villi. So all towards the entire part of the small intestine, little large intestine is covered with the finger-like projections, finger-like structure, and that is called villi. And these villi helping in the absorption of all the food, fat, protein, carbohydrate. All components are absorbed by the villi and which are present in the small intestine. And after that, the undigested part is pressed to the large intestine, and in the large intestine only the absorption of water and mineral takes place. No work is done in the large intestine, and that is going to end at by the reaching to the anus region. After the rectum, the anus is helping in the excretion, ejection. So when we start, we always remember the role of different enzymes, role of different parts of the alimentary canal, and you have to write in the tabular form, you have to write the role of different enzymes, different organs in the human digestive system. So it is all about the human digestive system, types of teeth and the types of organs, their role, the name of enzymes and their role you have to study. So moving to the last point, now I am going to give you some assignment. Okay, but before that, what to do, how to do, you have to start your work in this way. I am going to tell you. Like you can make the table enzymes name, and function. Enzyme name, from which the name of gland, which gland they are secreted, and then you will be reaching to the next one. You can make another table, name of gland, and then function, gland's name, like enzyme salivary amylase. Glands, which gland? Salivary gland. And function, digest the starch. Carbohydrate. Starch means carbohydrate. You can write clearly, you can mention it. The salivary gland secretes the salivary amylase, digests the starch. Starch, right? Then next, you can write pepsin secreted from the stomach. What is the role? Digest the protein. Okay? In the stomach you can also write SCL, stomach, activate the pepsin. Activate the pepsin. After this, you will write the pancreatic amylase. Pancreatic amylase. Digested from the, secreted from the pancreas and helps in the digest the protein. And bile juice secreted from the liver and digest the fiber. So all clear? Now last, write down 4-5 questions, assignment questions. Now, what is peristalsis? Okay. Write the function of stomach. Write the function of you can say pepsin and amylase. Pepsin and amylase. Draw the diagram. Of human digestive system. Okay. So you have to write these 3 assignment questions. So I'm sure that you will draw the human digestive system, then you will make the table of milk teeth, temporary teeth. Okay. You will write the one last question. Write the function of incisor teeth. It helps in the cutting, right? So all questions would be completed by you, right? And for today's lecture it is sufficient. You have to draw the diagram, you have to make the table. Thank you.